just take the opportunity just to give you some updates around what we're doing as a regional advice team. We've had new advisors join us, so we just thought it really timely to give you an update. So as I said, we've had some new team members join the advisory team, including myself, and we thought we'd take the opportunity to look at actually how we cover the regions, and just picking up what Jane and Rebecca have been talking about. What we've done is taken this as an opportunity to align our regions with the Better Care Fund boundaries, so that we can build on those relationships with our Better Care Fund manager colleagues. And I think I won't say much more about that because Jane and Rebecca have spoken to that, but for us it's that real opportunity to develop those relationships so that we can get some really good outcomes, both from a kind of strategic level and an operational level. As I say, we're now meeting regularly with our Better Care Fund colleagues, and as Rebecca and Jane have mentioned, we're getting involved with the annual Better Care Fund Assurance Plan review process. So in terms of who's covering what area, this is where I usually embarrass myself in terms of my knowledge of geography. Roy McNally was covering the whole of the north, which is obviously quite a big regional area. So Roy is now mainly focusing on the northwest. Myself, I'm covering, as you probably can tell by my accent, I'm obviously covering Yorkshire and the northeast. We have a new regional advisor starting with us in mid-February, who is a technical officer surveyor by background, and he'll be covering the Midlands and east of England. Dave Eldridge continues to cover London and the south east, and Nina Warrington joined us 3 weeks ago, although it does feel like she settled in really well, so it feels like Nina's been around for a while, and Nina will be covering the southwest. We've really developed the regional advisor team so that we've got the skills and knowledge to support you out there as a sector. So obviously at the heart of what we do as the regional advisors is obviously around the Disabled Facilities Grant, Home Improvement Agency, adaptation services, handy person services. So that's obviously at the core of what we do. But wrapped around that, each regional advisor obviously covers a region, but we've also we've got expertise in the different elements of delivery. So we've got strategic expertise. So Nina Warrington was a strategic housing manager, so she's got that strategic expertise. Dave Eldridge has managed and commissioned home improvement agencies, adaptation services, so he's got that operational commissioning expertise. Myself, I'm an occupational therapist by background, and the new regional advisor, as I said, is a technical officer, so we've also got that practitioner expertise. Roy McNally brings the expertise around the Foundation's case manager system and the use of data, and obviously using FCM to manage the DFG process. So obviously having new people on board, it's enabled us to kind of build the knowledge and skills so that we can provide you with the support that you need out there. So I just thought it'd be useful we had a little bit of a brainstorm around why you might contact your regional advisors. And these are the typical things that we can provide you with support with. Obviously, we're here to be a sounding board for any challenging cases that you may have. Like I say, we've got a lot of expertise that we can draw on in the team. So those challenging cases, we can be there as a sounding board to talk through what you've done. We can be a critical friend where perhaps you're developing new policies, procedures. Nina is doing a piece of work at the moment that's updating our RRO guidance. So again, we can be, where you have developed new policies and procedures. If you want a critical friend to have a look over what you've done, we can provide that support. We're here to help you navigate. There's a lot of changes at the moment. Obviously, we've had a white paper. Rebecca and Jane have been talking about Better Care Fund. There's a lot of change in terms of legislation and government policy, and we're here to help you kind of navigate through those changes as well. We can help connect you with other HIA adaptation services. So if you're thinking about doing something slightly different, you want to speak to somebody that has gone through those changes that you're thinking about. Obviously, we have a wide connection with HIA's adaptation services, so we can connect you with people that have kind of gone through the teething problems and the development of new ways of working, so we can connect you with those services. Obviously, if you think about service improvements, we can help run a workshop with you and your various stakeholders to look at some of those service improvements that you're thinking about having. The workshops are often a good way of kind of, again, being that critical friend and helping you to reflect on what you currently do and what opportunities there are around improving the delivery of adaptation services. Obviously, we provide, through our training packages, we provide training courses, but if there's something that you specifically want tailor-made to your locality, then again, we can work with you to help you design more tailor-made training courses. So, for example, I'm working with some OTs in Devon, and we've moulded our DFG basics course to their needs. Again, we can assess your policies and procedures. We've got the DFG quality standards, and those tools are available on the website. So again, you know, we can support you through that process where you might be wanting to do some benchmarking and assessing your current policies and procedures. Again, if you're looking at recommissioning, any managers out there or commissioners out there that are looking at recommissioning services, again, we can support you with some of those activities that are involved when you're recommissioning services. So yeah, and the other thing I would say as well is, you know, come to us when you have, you know, you're doing something really well and you want to share that good practice. You know, come to us, let us hear the good news, hear what you're doing, because we can share that good practice with the wider community out there. And again, Jane picked up on that in terms of, you know, hearing how the Better Care Fund, the DFG, has been spent, different ways of working. So hopefully that kind of gives you a flavour for why you might want to contact your regional advisor. The other good thing about contacting the regional advisor, obviously we have the contract with Deluxe, so most of this, what we provide, is free of charge, so there is no cost to you. However, if you do want us to do a deeper dive, then obviously we're here to provide that deeper dive, and we do have a consultancy offer as well. Again, we can, if you need support writing your policy, we can provide that, but that's not free. But the vast majority of what we can offer is free. So this slide just talks a little bit around actually what we do offer. So advice and support at that practitioner, operational, commissioning and strategic level, the various quality assurance activities, programs that we have and we can offer. Again, there's more information on the Foundation's website, but please contact your regional advisor if you want more information. Training, as I say, we do provide quite a comprehensive range of training, but if there is something more specific, then we can work with you as regional advisors to develop a training course around your needs. As I say, regulatory reform order, if you're developing your housing assistance policy, we can offer some simple advice, or we can help you support with that, be a critical friend. And as I say, Nina has got a lot of experience and expertise around that. What we're going to, if I can ask you to keep your eye out, what we're doing at the moment is putting together we're wanting to do a little bit updating our databases, so we will be sending out a survey in the next couple of weeks. So if you can keep your eye out for that and complete that, and it'll just help us update our databases in terms of what you offer as services. So if you can keep your eye out for that. So I'm sorry that's a little bit rushed, but hopefully, yeah, it just gives you a feel for what we do as regional advisors. And as I say, please get in contact with us. We're here to help.